Sylvia Strong manages the originals, she manages the psychedelics, she manages the insiders, but so far, Big Jake Blackwell and the German technician Stefan von Berger have had no good luck in getting tag team gold. They have an opportunity tonight in a non-title match against the Rage tag team champions, Wylde Fortune.
With their stable mates, in control of 2 pairs of tag team belts, Sylvia is not so ruthless as to turn her own teams against one another.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Sylvia Strong, at a combined weight of 577 pounds, the Insiders!
Alright, so it's high time we stop bugging around with this here bullshit. That's what I said to Big Jake and Von Berger about tag team fucking gold. Well, I says to him, I says, y'all for real need to quit bugging around, really grab the bull by the nuts here, and show everybody that the Insiders are more than mo-fucking ready for prime time, when y'all get done beating 8 tons of crap out of Wylde Fortune tonight at Rage. Yeah, it's a non-title tonight, but Chris and Jeff shouldn't trap themselves right away, cause we might be targeting any tag team champions out here, and yeah, it could be y'all, you just trust and believe that shit. I have spoken, y'all heard.
Leaving only the Guns brothers, Dusty and Magnum, and Wylde Fortune as the Insiders' only viable targets. But Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune just got those belts after years of trying, and they won't be giving them up without a fight.
You ain't wrong. They busted their tails in that tournament to win those belts, and they are not going to give them up without a fight. That is absolutely correct, Steve.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 432 pounds, the prestigious Honor Tag Team Champions,
Chris Wylde and his tag partner of record Jeff Fortune, now twice crowned tag team champs in their careers spanning 12 years in RWL, and they're going into this match knowing that a win, even in this non-title scenario, will almost guarantee their opponents a shot at the Rage tag belts.
Just like they used to say, you ride the carousel enough times, you will eventually catch the brass ring. That eventually turned out to be true for Wylde Fortune. Will it turn out to be true for the Insiders, though? That's the question.
I'm sure that the originals and the psychedelics are happy to have the Insiders on their side. It's like a balance of power being maintained, with those title holders standing between us and total anarchy.
Steve, sometimes I can't decide whether you are an absolute genius or you've taken way too many chair shots to the head.
Maybe, but let's admit, this Rage card has been every bit as good as your last Snarl card, and we're nowhere near finished.
Oh, Herc, sometimes you sound like the ultimate warrior, and sometimes you make about as much sense.
Yeah, your mask is on crooked, bro. Who dressed you this morning, bro?
Yeah, keep smiling. Maybe it was Dione that dressed me this morning, bro. All right, the bell sounds, and here we go. Stop. Stefan von Berger grabbed the wrong person here. And Chris Wylde gonna make him pay for the mistake while the referee catches his see it. Look, he took his head clean off. His head's gone. Oh, von Berger up on the second rope. Man, guess he misjudged the distance there. Chris Wylde with a short DDT. Now Chris stepping out. In comes Jeff Fortune. And Jeff Fortune gets a hard right. Counters with an elbow and a spear. Takes Von Berger down. Jeff Fortune goes for the cover. 1, 2. And real early for almost 2 counts. Slammed into the mat goes Von Berger. Jeff Fortune drops a knee into the back. And now a series of headbutts from Jeff Fortune. He's got Stefan von Berger reeling. Hard kick to the back. Now Von Berger counters with a kick to the head of his own, steps on out, and in comes the international champion, Big Jake Blackwell, the man of the people. Misses with the flying elbow. They hook up. Jeff Fortune drives Jake into the corner, a hard right. Now going to work on the arm. Big Jake Blackwell. Really applying pressure on the arm. Big Jake now going to work on the legs too. Over the years, Jeff Fortune has learned to be very off the head, but Jeff's learned to be real systematic about how he does business. They lock up. And here we go. Gutbuster. Another kick to the back. Jeff Fortune steps out. Puts the fresh man in comes Chris Wylde, and in comes Von Berger again. Von Berger with a series of shots, misses with the kick. Chris Wylde with a neck breaker. Chris drops that rolling elbow. Chris Wylde takes himself up to the third. Here we go, all the way down. Oh man, Von Berger just getting out of the way just in the nick of time. Now Von Berger goes behind. Oh, knee to the skull right there. Now wrenching the leg of Chris Wylde. Chris Wylde, of course, is the two-time tag team champion now and the third Memphis Million winner. The Memphis Miracle, they call him. He came in 15th and survived till the end of the 30-man Memphis Million. That's why they call him the Memphis Miracle. Oh, man, knee to the skull from Stefan Von Berger. Tags in Big Jake Blackwell. Chris Wylde finds his way out of town. In comes Jeff Fortune. Jake misses with the clothesline. They lock up. Chris Wylde has him up. Oh, man. Drove him face first into the canvas. Now Jeff Fortune. Oh, misses with the rolling elbow. Blackwell back up to his feet. They lock up. And now Jeff Fortune squirted to the corner of the Insiders. In comes Stefan Von Berger. Gonna see a little double team action here. Jeff whipped to the ropes and a full back body drop. Von Berger takes over. Hard series of right hands raining down on the head of Jeff Fortune. Oh man. Von Berger, at one time accused of being the weak link in the team of the Insiders, but that has long since gone. The team now, their singles ain't getting crossed no more, man. Stefan Von Berger over here. Absolute machine, raining shot after shot after shot on the head of Jeff Fortune. Chris Wylde, only now beginning to recover. Missed the entire thing. Jeff back to his feet. Takes Blackwell down, tags in Chris Wylde. I'm no just grateful to get out of there. In comes Big Jake Blackwell. Blackwell locks him up, goes behind. Oh, nice counter. Chris Wylde. Another interesting bit of trivia, little known fact. Chris Wylde is another member of the Guns family dynasty. He is the godson of Eddie Guns. Little known fact there, a little bit of trivia there. Oh man, look at this. Chris Wylde rolls Big Jake Blackwell up one. Oh, nice trick if it had worked. Chris Wylde. How's up Big Jake Blackwell? Blackwell sweeps the leg. Chris Wylde, center ring, rounds him up. Armbreaker, Big Jake Blackwell. Yeah, Sylvia Strong. Yeah, she is determined to see these boys get some tag team gold. Like they're a mismatched set with the originals and the Psychedelics. And Sylvia wants to put on a match. Spear, Chris Wylde, going for a cover. One. Two. Oh, there's a two. Chris Wylde immediately going to work on the limbs of Big Jake Blackwell, the RWL International Champion. Waiting for the International Champion. Here he's going to wait. Oh man, Blackwell just got busted open. Chris Wylde continuing to work on Big Jake Blackwell. Rounds him up. Blackwell refusing to be escorted to the corner. Drives elbows into Chris to prove it. Look at this. Nice suplex from Big Jake Blackwell. make the save here. Blackwell going for the cover. The resourcefulness, the ring awareness of Chris Wylde going for the rope. Referee calling for the break. Blackwell rounds him up. Lock up, kick to the midsection from Chris Wylde. Fails to connect with the kick. Look at this. Blackwell says, no. Dikembe Mutombo, that bad boy. Oh, man, what a suplex. Roll Chris Wylde over S over tea kettle. In comes Stefan von Berger, the German technician from Heidelberg, Germany. Chris Wylde counters. Escapes the grasp of von Berger. Rounds him up. And lock it up. Von Berger into the turnbuckle head first. Chris Wylde picks himself up. Whoa, man. Bulldog off the top rope. That's pretty nasty. In comes Jeff Fortune. Oh, man, look at this one. Berger was flying off the ropes, flying fist. Took Jeff Fortune down. Look at this. Running elbow shots here. Locks up again. Gonna squirt Jeff Fortune to the corner. In comes Big J Blackwell. Another double team coming up here. Jeff Fortune bleeding and oh man, double back body dropped again by the Insiders. Another knee hand to move. Oh man, basically a stunner right there. Jay covers 1, 2. Well, Jeff Fortune talking about never say die. Well, Blackwell rounds him up. Look at this nice dragon screw from Jeff Fortune. Gets himself out of trouble. Steps on out. In comes Chris Wylde on the tag. They lock up. Jake with a kick to the midsection. They lock up again. Chris. Oh man, just tosses Blackwell out onto the floor. Oh, Chris is provoked over here. He's fired up. Blackwell slowly getting back to his feet here. He's going to take the long way home. And here comes Chris Wylde. Rounds him up from behind. Hard shot to the back. Whips him back out onto the floor again to the other side. Sylvia Strong looking a little bit frustrated with her situation here. Von Berger trying to get involved. Gets slammed to the floor. Chris goes back to work on the back of the hip toss from Big Jake. Jake rounds him up. Takes himself back inside. Count still in effect. Oh no, Blackwell come out, break the count. Hard kick goes to Von Berger. Chris slams Big Jake Blackwell's head to the canvas as well. Sweeps the leg, does Blackwell. Rounds Chris Wylde up, and oh man, Stefan Von Berger must have hit his head pretty hard. Look at this here. Double underhook suplex. Big Jake rounds up Chris Wylde here, but takes himself back inside. Hope he's not going to go back out again. Referee's still counting on Chris here. Chris Wylde makes his way back into the ring. They lock up. Blackwell. Chris up over the shoulders. Hangs him off the top rope. And down goes Chris. In comes Stefan Von Berger on the tag. Chris Wylde gets back to his feet and gets speared by the German technician. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Von Berger flies and crashes and burns. Oh, man. Chris Wylde slams his head down to the mat again. Now follows it up with a series of hard right hands. Memphis Miracles. Chris Wylde steps out. In comes Jeff Fortune. Von Berger. Oh, man. Gets cracked a good one in the head. Jeff Fortune raining blows on the head of Stefan Von Berger, who is now also busted open and bleeding. I don't think anybody is going home without some stitching. Jeff Fortune gone absolutely berserk on Stefan Von Berger here. Whip over neck whip. Fortune. Look at this. Low belly stomp right into the business. Jeff goes topside. Here we go. Connects with the elbow drop. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg right in the center. 1, 2. Oh, man. Well, that was close. Fortune. How's Von Berger back up? Gets midsection. Von Berger locks him up. Trying to haul him to his corner here. Into the insider's corner, head first, a kick. And here comes, head first into the buckle. Now driving hard knees into the midsection of Jeff Fortune. German technician Stefan Von Berger. Just driving both feet into the chest of Jeff Fortune. Knocked the wind right out of him with double knees to the chest. Von Berger feeling it over here, and Sylvia Strong looking a little less perturbed. Couple of hard kicks to the face here. Now, the German technician just trying to inflict some pain here on Jeff Fortune. Drives both knees into his back. In comes Big Jake Blackwell on the tag. Jeff Fortune trying to find his way out of town, finally makes it, and in comes Chris Wylde. Blackwell gets countered by Chris. Kick to the midsection. Blackwell counters Chris. Now Big Jake puts Chris Wylde to the far corner. Now starts paying back the favor, going to work on the limbs. Chris Wylde, just got jacked. Hard right here. Alley-oop out of the corner. Chris Wylde. Big Jake Blackwell rounds him up, double goozle both hands, and pitches him across the ring. Steps out, and in comes the German technician again, Stefan Von Berger. Chris Wylde just getting to his feet. Definitely missed that one. Elbow to the midsection. Von Berger gets countered with a kick. They lock up. Von Berger counters with a kick. Drives a knee into the skull of Chris Wylde. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg here. Again. Well, he's not so unaware that he didn't know to reach out for that rope. Once again, Chris Wylde saving himself as Big Jake Blackwell comes in on the tag. Chris drives a knee into the head. Big Jake Blackwell steps out. In comes Jeff Fortune. Jeff moves in, drives an elbow into the head of Blackwell. Drives a kick into the back. And Jeff Fortune just going to work on Big Jake here. Could be building up to something big. Could be a match ender here. Oh, man. Very aggressive Wylde Fortune this evening. Rage Tag Team Champions have been hot. Stomp. And flip over neck whip. Jeff Fortune. Big Jake Blackwell. Trying to hurry to his feet. Might already be too late. Jeff Fortune spears him. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. Blackwell still not ready to give up. Getting out of that pin probably took everything he had left. Jake counters Chris Wylde. Chris Wylde counters Jake. Slams him face first into the canvas. Chris Wylde quickly going to the high rent district here. Waiting for Blackwell to get to his feet. This could be bad. Chris. Oh, man. This is with the shoulder tackle. Blackwell is reeling. Kick to the gut. Hard right, hard left, hard right. Spear again. Chris. One more time. 1, 2. Oh, man. That might have been a 3. Well, ref says different. Now it's total chaos. Everybody's in the ring. Chris locks up with Blackwell. Jeff Fortune on the outside. It's Stefan Von Berger. Slams him down on the floor. Blackwell. Back suplex on Chris Wylde. Now into a submission here, into an armbar. Rope break again. Chris Wylde wisely stands close to the ropes as he can. What a submission. Snap suplex from Big Jake Blackwell. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, man, this one's been crazy. Kick to the head from Chris Wylde. They lock up again. Big Jake whipped to the corner. Chris Wylde. Oh, man, pulls him out of the corner. Look at this. Oh, catches a shot to the gut from Big Jake. Oh, man, and that hurt him deep. Blackwell rounds him up. Going into case here, this could be it. Up, that's it. Chris Wylde says enough, no mouse, I'm done. The Insiders win this one by submission.
Here are your winners, the Insiders.
Wildcats. Jake Blackwell looking a little battered here, but he extracts a tap out from Chris Wylde to give the Insiders an important win that every gold-bearing tag team have heard loudly, and you better believe they are all paying attention.
The Insiders living up to Sylvia Strong's good word, coming up with an important win against Wild Fortune. We got some time for some programming notes here real quick. Remind you that coming up immediately following this edition of Rage, RWL Ladies Night will be in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I sure hope you'll be joining us then. Coming up next, the Rage Television Champion against the Snarl Television Champion as we close out the first hour, and we'll be right back with that.